Too smooth, cause I'm trying to bid the goal and the vibes don't lose. You guys are old news and your styles don't lose.
Welcome to the WB. And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
Pure bad blood.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. No defense for that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
That counter punch caught him clean. Just misses with the right uppercut. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Nice counter shot. Hook misses. Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. What do we expect to see here in round 2? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the jab. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance with
Let's get it started in round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab but does not score. That counter shot lands. Jab slightly off target. Swing and a miss with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Beautiful counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punching. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. trying for a knockout. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. On to the fifth we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
He threw a punch and just got countered. There's a counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Let's start the sixth. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. They exchange punches. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Nice counter. Well done with that counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be...
Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back on the job.
Round 7, here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Threw the uppercut but did not score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice hook there. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook just can't find the target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope that...
And we enter the 8th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hold him without a steam.
How about that time counter shot? Those counter punches have to hurt. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. The jab not finding its target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.